Hey, my Liptons. So I wanted to come in here and do a quick video. I want to talk about the Met Gala theme. So it was revealed what the Met Gala theme is going to be in the beginning of May of 2025. So I have a few thoughts about it because I think that this might be a very controversial theme. Um, I'll have my thoughts. I also want to discuss this whole lantern casting that has been revealed. I also want to discuss Andrew Garfield. You know what I mean? And he had a few thoughts about who's the best Spider-Man. And I can't say that I disagree with him. And just lastly, honestly, when it comes to like this Wicked movie, like y'all, I'm gonna get to my thoughts. But before I continue on with this video, please, this is my channel. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, okay? I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Let's get this channel up and grooving and moving. If y'all want to watch any of my past videos that I put up, everything is on my playlist. Anything superhero talk, there is a playlist for that. You can go on my channel. I have a bunch of thoughts on a bunch of things. I run my mouth a lot, so quite frankly, I have a lot to say. So make sure if y'all want are into any superhero news, I have superhero talk playlists. Any pop culture news playlist is all there. Now let's get into this video. First let me start with the Met Gala. So it was revealed that Anna Wintour, who is, I guess you could say, the head of the Met Gala, or she's the one that leads it or whatever. The theme, because they have a theme every year, and the theme apparently is called Superfine, tailoring black style based on the style of black men throughout history. And the co-chairs are going to be Coleman Domingo, Lewis Hamilton, A$AP Rocky, Pharrell Williams, Anna Wintour, and of course Anna Wintour has to be there, and LeBron James. Now, personally, I never really looked at LeBron James for fashion. Like, as far as like I never really looked at him for fashion wise. So I'm surprised that she chose him. I can understand why she chose Coleman Domingo, and A$AP Rocky. I can understand those two because I feel like they do tend to push the envelope when it comes to fashion. Pharrell, I know he has that deal with Off-White and what was it, Louis Vuitton or whatever the hell. So maybe, I don't know. I haven't really looked at his pieces at all, really, so I don't know. But yeah, so I definitely think A$AP Rocky and Coleman Domingo definitely deserve to be the co-chairs. I don't know. This theme is very interesting. Like, I want to know what kind of went into this being the theme, because no, don't get me wrong. Well, we're gonna really be honest. I felt like it should have. If y'all were gonna do it, I should have did both black men and black women, and how how both black men and black women influenced the black style and making it mainstream and so forth. But I guess we're gonna tailor it down to just the men, which obviously men do also influence fashion. Like, if you guys really look back at like hip hop during its heyday, in the 90s, in the late 80s, how like at the time when like a lot of these rappers used to be shouting out these brands, like those brands will, like, a lot of times, quite frankly, black people don't realize their worth when it comes to what they wear and what they shout out, because that is what gains traction. And a lot of times within the black community, whatever they make popular, it ends up becoming mainstream, and then other communities also wants to have a bite of that. So that's a whole different conversation. But I can see why they went with this. But at the same time, I'm also like, this could be very controversial. Like, y'all know how it is with and I said this in a tweet. Ignorance is at an all-time high right now. Okay, and it's been at a high for a minute, but right now people are purposely wanting to be ignorant. Okay, they're purposely wanting to be ignorant. So it's just like, who knows? Somebody might come into Met Gala wearing some blackface, and I hope they don't. But it's like, people are such like attention seekers and wanting to go viral, where it's like you're gonna have like I just for some reason I can already tell like you're gonna have someone coming in here with some freaking instead of being creative with this theme, instead of being a little bit more artistically creative with the theme, you know, you're gonna have something so cheap and so corny where it's like you have like I don't know, like a white person coming in with like a white celebrity coming in with like some braids or some cornrows and or like with some locks or a twist. It's just like have some creative, be creative. Okay, stop with the corniness. Like, that's the thing too. Like people see one thing and they think, oh, this is how I need to be at its literal sense of like looking black. It's like no, being super fine. That's why a lot of people, as far as like with Twitter, when this news came out, they feel like Billie Eilish is going to really, really eat it up at the Met Gala, because already like how she naturally dresses does come across as like kind of, you know, super fine. This kind of like, I guess you could say also unisex kind of style that she has going on. And I actually think that's what most of these celebrities should go as, like this kind of unisex kind of dressing for this theme. I don't know. I think that this is going to be very controversial when it doesn't have to be. That's the thing. It doesn't have to be controversial, but unfortunately, because ignorance is at an all-time high, it will be controversial. I just hope that Anna Wintour sent an email, sent a memo, sent letters, you know, left voice messages saying, listen, no blackface, no cornrows on white celebrities or any other race apart from black people, no locks, no box braids, no twists, no, like, just be you while also, you know, fitting the theme. Okay. And that's the, honestly, the core issue with a lot of these celebrities when it comes to the Met Gala is following through with the theme. That's the main problem. Even if, I feel like even if this wasn't the theme, this super fine wasn't the theme, I think whatever theme it would have been, it's just like a lot of times these celebrities, they have a hard time following through with the theme. And I do yearly Met Gala reviews on my channel. I discuss who, you know, really did it for me. But if we're gonna be honest, majority of these people that come up in there and just, it's just like you shake your head, because it's just like, what are y'all like? There needs to be a certain point where Anna Wintour needs to like stop inviting people to the Met Gala. Like the ones that don't follow the theme, they, especially year after year after year, she needs to stop inviting those people. Like it's getting annoying at this point. It's like there is a theme, there are instructions. Tell your designers to get it right. Like I don't understand how hard this is. Even though this theme should, you know, super fine, should be something that should be, you know, it should be something that, if done the right way, it can be done well. But unfortunately, I feel like there's just way too many ignorant people, and especially a lot of ignorant celebrities. So we'll just have to wait and see if any of y'all face come up in here wearing blackface. I would die. I would be like, oh my god, like, well, here we go with this. And that's the thing. So I feel like this theme, another reason why I feel like they kind of, you know, there's a part of me that feels like they should have chose something else too, because it will kind of fall into like the whole cultural appropriation thing. And I feel like that's going to be a whole nother debate for like a week. And it's like, I don't want to say that throughout my timeline. So it's like, I don't know. But at the end of the day, Anna Wintour chose what she chose. So let's see how these celebs do it. But the bar will be lowered on my end. So, next topic. Speaking of black men, so I saw this news. It says here that Aaron Pierre was casted as Jon Stewart for the Lanterns. You know, I haven't really, you know, watched a lot of his work, but from what I've heard, I heard that he's a really good actor. I don't know. I'm ready to see what James Gunn has for the DC, you know, universe and so forth, because they're really going through it with this Joker thing, and I hate that. I mean, at a certain point, Warner Brothers has to, like, at what point are they gonna learn? I just don't know. But like, I think, you know, it's a good look. However, there's a little bit of criticism that I'm noticing people have. They're saying, oh, the character of Jon Stewart is a dark-skinned black man. And they feel like Aaron Pierre is, too light-skinned to be playing him. And quite frankly, and we're going to be honest, yes, that is true. Jon Stewart, as like the comic book character, is a dark-skinned black man. So it's like, in a perfect world, should whoever to be cast out as a live action should he be a dark skinned black man? Yes. But let me be honest with y'all too, and this is always bring it back to black women. I feel like too, like, black women have been talking quite a bit about their experiences within Hollywood and how there is an erasure going on where you do have roles that are meant for more unambiguous dark-skinned black women, and then you have these ambiguous either light-skinned or mixed race women doing those roles or taking those roles. And quite a bit of unambiguous dark-skinned black women have been talking about that for years, really. And it was always brushed aside. It was always brushed aside that they were jealous or so forth. So it's just like, now that the rabbit has the gun, it's kind of just like, well, we said that there was an erasure going on in this industry, and I discussed on my channel on the past about the colorism that goes on in Hollywood. I said that it is a big problem and has been a problem for a long time. I've discussed it on my channel how they did Storm so dirty in the live action X-Men movies. I like Halle Berry, but Halle Berry had no business playing Storm. Alexandria Shipp had no business playing Storm. So it's just like, when you look at Storm in the comics, when you look at Storm in X-Men 97, that is an unambiguous dark-skinned black girl. Why is Halle Berry and Alexandria Shipp, two biracial women, playing a fully black woman? So I just feel like, the erasure, it has begun. And honestly, until black men and black women unite and say, listen, like, anything that is meant for darker skinned characters needs to go to darker skinned actors and actresses. Point blank, period. Until that is the case, then we're going to continue to have cases like this. But other than that, I'll have to wait and see if this is a good show. You know what I mean? Because I still haven't watched Peacemaker. I never watched it. I just never got into it. Hopefully this is a good show, because I do want to get back to falling in love with superhero films. Like, it's like with Marvel, with DC, I feel like they haven't been giving us their best for quite a while. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I want to fall in love with superhero films again, with superhero shows, so forth. So it's just like, we need that. We need a boost right now. So we'll just have to wait and see. If it lives up to the hype, I'll watch it. But as of right now, it is what it is. But yeah, so y'all tell me, if y'all gonna tune in, or have you ever seen Aaron Pierre's work? I don't know, like, I've seen his face around. I just never really watched. I haven't really watched anything that he's been on. Maybe I have. I just don't know. But yeah, I'll just have to wait and see how this show does. Okay, yeah. Next week, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and then I have really no like anything like, quite frankly, of substance to say when it comes to Wicked. I just feel like this movie is gonna flop. I just feel like it took way too long for it to come out, and plus it was such an unnecessary remake. You know what I mean? So it's just like, everything from like, just, I'm so uninspired to go to the movies. Like, I went for Deadpool, even for Deadpool, I had to be forced really to go. And thank God I did. But like, I don't know, the trailers for Wicked, I don't know, I'm not interested. Like, Ariana Grande, Cynthia, she, they're both, like, listen, they're both great singers. They sing amazingly. It's just right now, I don't think this is gonna do well in the box office. Like, this is honestly the reason why there be so many think pieces coming out, like saying how cinema is dead and there's no more cinema, blah 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 blah. Because Hollywood does not like. Why do y'all keep making remakes? Remakes that keep making live action of things that don't need to be made of live that don't need a live action. Like, it's just like, can y'all create new stories? And I just, for also another thing too, I just haven't seen Ariana Grande in any other role outside of like her victorious role for me to be going to the movie theaters to go see her. Like, I don't know how she's gonna. She gives, like, Ariana Grande gives me like, and I love her as an artist. I think that she's amazing as an artist, but like, just sometimes her personality, the way she talks, and even by the trailers, I'm just like, it's too much. It's too much. Like, I'm just like, I could do without it. I don't know. I have to see what the projected box office numbers are going to be for this movie. Hopefully her fans come out hard. The stands, I would say, come out hard for her. Because for me, I'm just not interested to go watch this movie. I think that this movie is not inspiring me whatsoever. Like, I actually don't think I'm going to go to the movies, for the rest of the year, honestly. Like, I only went to the movies this year, yeah, twice, to go see Deadpool twice. Other than that, I haven't been to the theater at all outside of Deadpool. So it's just like this, Joker. Um, what other films are coming out in theaters? It's just very uninspiring movies. Like, I just feel like nothing is really catching my eye right now. So, and I hate that because it's like, I love going to the movies. I love the experience, but it's like, if y'all not gonna give me substance, I'm not about to go put my money, about to go buy a very expensive movie ticket along with their expensive movie food to go watch y'all. Absolutely not. So I don't know. I just think that this film, God bless these two, but I don't think this film is gonna do well in the box office. And I might be cynical, but like, I just don't think it's gonna do well. Lastly, let's talk about Andrew Garfield. This is a quick ending, a nice little cute cheeky ending. So he says here that Tobey Maguire is his favorite Spider-Man, but he loves Tom. Listen, y'all can be mad. Oh, and I love Tom Holland. Like, I watched Tom Holland's Spider-Man Far From, like, I watched him. I love Tom Holland. I think that he's great as the current Spider-Man for this generation. But listen, y'all already know. I grew up on Tobey Maguire. I grew up on Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. At the end of the day, and I love all three of these people, mind you. I actually loved The Amazing Spider-Man 2, that film. I love The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I thought that, I genuinely thought that we were going to get a third film after that, but when I found out it was done, I was like, oh my God, no. But like, so it's like, I loved Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I love Tom Holland Spider-Man. But if y'all gonna say like, who is the GOAT of the Spider-Mans, to me, it's Tobey Maguire all the way through. I can still, like, as much as it looks a little Power Ranger-ish, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man looks a little Power Ranger-ish. At the end of the day, that is my Spider-Man, okay? I grew up on him. I love him down. Like, just, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man was just like a time. What a time to be alive. Like, it was just so iconic to me. So it's like, y'all talking about some old Tobey Maguire looked too old for that role, or he was a little bit too much nerdy, not too much Spider. F y'all. If it wasn't for Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, there wouldn't have never been an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man nor a Tom Holland Spider-Man, okay? They would have never even give Spider-Man the time of day in 2024 if it wasn't for Tobey Maguire. So it's just like, put some respect on his name and stop playing with him. But yeah, I just think that, this is a funny little cheeky thing that Andrew Garfield said here. But yeah, no, but I agree with him. That I think that, Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man. It is what it is. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to talk about, y'all. I need to do a couple of Bollywood films and do some Bollywood talk, because there's a lot going on in that world of the Hindi film industry. So if y'all are interested in that, y'all can look back at my old videos or the upcoming content that I'm about to put up soon. But, you know, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, okay? Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers. Tell me what you guys think of this video. How do you guys feel about, as far as like the Met Gala, the theme of that? How do you guys feel about Aaron Pierre and like this whole, you know, little chitter chatter about, you know, the erasure of dark skinned men, even though dark skinned black women have been talking about that for a very long time. So it's just like, you know, when was the energy then? How do you guys feel about Wicked? I think do I think Wicked is gonna do well? Personally, I don't think it is. I think they waited too long. The marketing has been all that really. The trailers honestly aren't even all that either. So, and how do you guys feel about Tobey Maguire? You know, I mean, Angel Garfield putting Tobey Maguire as the #1 Spider-Man. I agree with him 100%. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.